Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be talking a little bit about computer parts RMA. Generally, a little bit about RMA just as a whole, but mostly against like computer parts. Sit on, hold on tight, we are going to move on. So, the next one. What is RMA? Now, not all of you guys will know what RMA actually is. So we're gonna start off by talking about what it stands for. Now, RMA stands for Return Merchandise Authorization. What does that exactly mean? That is three exactly like hard words. Yes, all of you guys know what it means, but merchandise authorization and how these all words are combined, what that actually means. Realistically, return, you as a customer want to return a product, either if it's broken or if it's, well, just doesn't fit for you. Then it's merchandise, right? So some big brand like Logitech, like Asus, Gigabyte, they have these products, right? And that is their merchandise. Not like this, you know, merchandise from lttstore.com, a water bottle. Well, you're welcome, Linus. That makes the two first words give sense, right? Return the merchandise, right? And then the authorization. What that authorization means is that you will get, like, they accept the fact that you want to return this product. The supplier, in this case, like Logitech, Asus, Gigabyte, right? Then we have what makes a product RMA. A returnable kind of product is a broken product or whatever. Let's say you got this AirPods, right? If it's broken, you should RMA it. Let's say, I guess you guys clicked on this video and you guys are interested in computer parts, right? You guys might be building your own computers and that. Therefore, I think that you guys want an RTX 4090, right? I think that's really doable, that you guys actually want a 4090. Let's say you bought a 4090 for, I don't know, $2,500 or whatever the price is now. You just take it out of the box, right? You plug it into your computer, you're gonna test it for the first time and bam, no video out. Okay, then you test everything, right? You might have an easy debug LED on your motherboard that tells you that, well, it's the graphics card. Then you're gonna find out, okay, is it because it doesn't have enough power? Is it the power supply? No. An RMA could be something that you had it for like 2 years, it's still covered by warranty. Let's go to the next page. We're gonna go on to different parts that has different return rules. So we're gonna start off with a CPU, right? Right here I have an Intel Core i5-9400F. Manufacturers have some different rules, okay? That's for every brand, either if it's ASRock, Asus, anything, they have different rules for it. Intel and AMD, in terms of CPUs, then it's as long as the product is actually good looking, it's not physically damaged in any way, that's usually non-products could be, and then you need a serial number, maybe some other codes as well, stacked on the one side of the CPU box, right? You need those numbers. So in general, a CPU RMA is usually pretty easy to do. Now we're gonna go on to the motherboard. The motherboard is one of the hardest and I kind of hate it. Because the motherboard is really nice. Realistically, you don't need a box for it, but there's some other things you know. You need that for an RMA of a motherboard with pins if it comes with one brand new, right? That's the reason why all of these tech YouTubers are talking about when you're building this computer, keep it. Something you also need to keep is the anti-static bag. You need to have that, okay? If you then proceed, let's say you go and return it without that, without the socket cover and without the bag, then it would actually just say, no, it didn't come as it's supposed to. And it's kind of crazy. Crazy rules. You don't need a box as long as the serial number is on the motherboard itself. It's usually like a barcode or something that's either on the backside or near the CPU socket. So that's kind of crazy to think about. Now we move on to the power supply. Power supplies are one of the easiest things, either if it works or it doesn't work. And if it stops working during use, it's either been a lot of years or you bought a shitty power supply. Maybe also it's because of dust and you never cleaned it. If you're gonna build a $300 system, this is the thing that you get in Norway. You don't get EVGA here. But when you're doing an RMA, you don't need a box, you don't need anything else than a receipt. They might see that, oh, well, this hasn't been used properly, there's some liquid in here, there's some blah, 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 blah. It might be something wrong with it, it might not. That's up to the supplier. Everything is up to the supplier. Remember, it's a return merchandise authorization. Yeah, it has to be authorized. Next on the list, we have SSDs/hard drives, right? So this wasn't opened. Fantastic. I have nothing to open it with either. With SSDs, I personally love Toshiba. Toshiba are super great when it comes to RMAs. Oh well, yeah, your product, it doesn't show up in your system. You tried formatting it, you tried finding it everywhere. It's just nowhere to be seen. It just doesn't exist. Then they say that, yeah, okay, but for us to accept this, you have to peel off the sticker. They might do that on some other products as well, but at least do it with hard drives and SSDs. To peel off the sticker, have it put on a piece of paper that has the return number and that sort of stuff. Don't remove it before you actually have a case. This is done by the store, okay? You don't do this. We move on to the RAM. The memory. RAM is also kind of easy, but the thing about memory is that the memory can break motherboards and the motherboards can break memory. And therefore, when you're gonna be testing motherboards, gonna take a return or try to make an RMA on a motherboard, bam, you have to go through a long list. It has to be compatible memory, it has to be compatible CPUs, it has to be, everything has to be so pitch perfect to be able to do an RMA that it's impressive how it's legal. Luckily, there's serial numbers and all the information you need usually on here. If it's not, then somebody doesn't get covered by the warranty. You just get it, also put it in an anti-static bag, then send it back to the supplier. Memory is also like a CPU, it's just, it works or it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, or has worked and then just stops working, well, you might have a motherboard to blame, and then you might have some memory to blame if it happens the other way. It happens, okay? It happens. We also have the graphics card. Now I'm gonna pack this out right here, right now, because I want to show you guys what I mean. Graphics cards, they are usually kind of tricky, I would say. They like to make it so that you won't do anything outside the warranty without them finding out. Now this is a 2060, mind you, so it's an older card, but it's still the same thing. So the thing about these is that you also get a sticker with the serial number and all of the information you need. It's either there or it's on the PCB itself. Graphics cards, they're expensive. They're expensive for the manufacturer to produce. If you just want to do anything with this card when it's like 3 years old, you want to change out the thermal paste, no, that's a no-go. That is the graphics card done. So, you see, we have nothing more on this list, but we have a real-life example. Now this is what makes me actually making this video at all, because with this memory, with this SSD, with that CPU, with that graphics card, with that power supply, with everything we have here, okay? Proceeded to go to the store. No, actually, I just sent them a mail, be like, hey, this product, it doesn't work, okay? I need a new one, because I just purchased it. I purchased it, got it, I tested it, didn't work, sent it back, right? Do I know all of this because I searched it up? No. I know this because I work at a place which does RMA. I know I work in a support, and then therefore I know this because that's how it's done. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. If the video about this other computer build is out yet, I will have that link somewhere on the screen. And then I want you guys to check that out. It's a just simple, chill video with me building a computer. Nothing more, nothing less. Go subscribe, hit the like button, and then tell me down in the comment section what you guys like, okay? Do you like me building computers? Do you like me repairing stuff? Do you like, well, this information? There will be some more information on different stuff coming out in the future. Realistically, it's gonna come this year. 2023, it's my year. I know everybody says it, but it's my year on YouTube. I have everything ready to go. I just have to produce it and put it out on YouTube. So you guys subscribe, we will get big out here and we will rule the world in terms of, yeah, everything. Yeah, no, not really. You get your point. Subscribe, have a good one.